Hi, welcome to Just Common Sense. My name's Brian Harrison. So, we're going to have a short podcast, a short video today, just because I have a lot I need to do tomorrow, and I'll get into that. There's going to be a lot of exciting news on that. Guys, be prepared. Definitely, you're going to be excited where I'm getting ready to talk about in a few minutes here after I talk about our subject we never want to talk about. For some reason, everybody's been talking about it. COVID. We're all tired of hearing about it. We wouldn't hear as much about it if it weren't so political. It has gotten to be so political, it's ridiculous. It's all about politics mostly. It really is. It's about the radical left wanting to control your lives. It really is. Now, I really want to get into this because the new variant that's coming out, yes, it's bad. It's going to spread. We've talked about it's going to spread like wildfire. Probably get it, everybody, eventually. Probably going to get sick, may not get sick, may get the sniffles. Nobody knows. They're saying vaccinated people have a lot less chance of getting it. Probably so. But keep in mind that they're saying that they're starting to say that even vaccinated people have to wear masks. But let's just be honest. I don't think all these masks really work. I'm going to say it. They're thin, they're light, they're like this above your nose bridge where they have openings on the bottom and the side. N95 is probably the better mask out of it all, but they're so hard to breathe out of. Next, it'll be just wearing a whole goggle, and I've seen that, people wearing that in the past. Last year, I saw people wearing a whole, looked like a space suit. It was ridiculous. Guys, we can't live our lives in fear. We're thinking about COVID, even when we go into grocery stores or we go anywhere. I guarantee you guys are thinking about COVID in the back of your mind the whole time you're walking anymore. I'm noticing people are masking up because the fear of what the news media and the government's doing out there. It's something to be cautious about. Sure, absolutely, but don't live in fear. It's your choice if you want to wear a mask. There's not a problem with that. Again, it's your choice. But it's also your choice if you want to get vaccinated or not. The government wants to vaccinate everybody. Sure, they do. These vaccines, until they get approved through the FDA, people will look at it a lot more of saying, well, I need to go get vaccinated if they're approved through the FDA. I hear that's going to happen in a couple weeks. I hope so. Hope the FDA does it right and doesn't just push it through. That's my one concern. So I am not against vaccines. I am for vaccines. I've been vaccinated. I choose not to show any cards. That's just my choice because I don't live in a communist country. I live in America. I don't live in 1942 and 41. I am not showing papers like you had to when Hitler was running. I know these guys are trying to do all that. They're doing a no-fly zone list. Couldn't say that right. They're talking about doing that. Let me rephrase that. For people that haven't been vaccinated. What is this? Are they terrorists now? Give me a break. Are they going to come in next time and start not just knocking at everybody's door to say you need to get vaccinated? They're going to come in your door, pull the door down, tie you to a couch, pop you with the needle and say you've been vaccinated. Is that what's next? No, it's not. Not going to happen. So that's all I got to say about it. People are getting really upset over this. And I mean, you're having to show your vaccine cards and everything for everything. It's gotten ridiculous. And you know what? Some of the weak, I call them weak Republicans, weak conservatives. They go, well, it's just okay to do this. It's a step where a Republican or conservative is getting weaker. And I'm calling you out, you weak Republicans, because I know a couple of you out there. Look, it's a very serious disease. Sure it is. So is the flu. So are other things. But this is a serious disease. And I get it. Definitely don't want to get around seniors. I definitely say wear a mask when you're around a senior citizen. Wear a good mask when you're around a senior citizen. Definitely do that. Definitely got to take care of our seniors. But again, live your life. Live your life. Look, Ron DeSantis, the governor of Florida, he said something the other day, and I'm going to play that clip. It's about a 4 to 5 minute clip. It's worth listening to. And I'm going to say children should not wear masks if the parents choose not to let them. If the parents want them to wear masks, then let them wear a mask. Let the parents control that. Kids need to get back to school. Look, if you guys are out there doing this, I've seen schools now. I've seen what they're doing. They're put them apart. You know they're going to play together, though, eventually. That's what kids do. They need to have a normal life. Last year, young adults were committing suicide, depression. Kids were not being able to play with their friends. We can't do this again. Not again. It's crazy. Look, this comes back where I say, go after China on this. Joe Biden, why are you so afraid of China? You give them everything else. They're the ones that started the whole thing. How do I want to say this? I want to say this nicely about growing something. Okay, well, do it. Handle it, weak Joe. Handle China. Do the right thing. That lab should have been gone a long time ago. Why is any country making a virus to kill people? Why? Absolutely arrogance on China's part and control again. But anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and play this clip. I don't really want to get into a whole lot tonight. I've got a lot to do tomorrow, and I'm going to talk about that after the clip. And that's about it. I don't really want to get into a whole lot with COVID because we're all tired of hearing about it. But let's play this clip. And I got to get my glasses on. We're going to do this. And here we go.
I just want to say something quickly. Joe Biden has taken to himself to try to single out Florida over COVID. This is a guy who ran for president saying he was going to, quote, shut down the virus. And what has he done? He's imported more virus from around the world by having a wide open southern border. You have hundreds of thousands of people pouring across every month. And it's not just from Mexico. In fact, it's rarely from Mexico. You have over 100 different countries where people are pouring through. Not only are they letting them through, they're then farming them out all across our communities across this country, putting them on planes, putting them on buses. Do you think they're being worried about COVID for that? Of course not. So he's facilitating. Who knows what new variants are out there, but I can tell you whatever variants are around the world, they're coming across that southern border. And so he's not shutting down the virus, he's helping to facilitate it in our country. And what is his big solution? What is he so upset about Florida? His solution is he wants to have the government force kindergartners to wear masks in school. He doesn't believe the parents should have a say in that. He thinks that should be a decision for the government. Well, I can tell you in Florida, the parents are going to be the ones in charge of that decision. And one of the major medical people in his administration just recently told parents that they should be wearing masks at home when they're around their own children. This is insane. Joe Biden also believes that vaccination should be mandated by force of government and that you should have to show vaccination status to be able to participate in society. Now, Florida, we're very proud of our Seniors First strategy. You look at the mortality in nursing homes among seniors, it's declined dramatically. But we said from the beginning, we're going to make it available for all, but we're not going to mandate it on anybody. That's ultimately an individual's choice to be able to do it. Biden, he rejects science because he denies the fact that people that recover from COVID have long-lasting immunity. And that's been proven time and time again, and the data is very clear. So his vision is, just like in New York City, restaurants should ban young kids from being able to go in because they're not eligible for vaccination, and law-abiding citizens have to produce proof of their medical records just to go to the gym or attend an event or just to participate in everyday society. He wants that, but yet if you want to vote, he thinks it's too much of a burden to show a picture ID when you're voting. So no voter ID, but have to show your medical papers just to be able to live an everyday life?
Right.
Give me a break. And so I think the question is we can either have a free society or we can have a biomedical security state. And I can tell you, Florida, we're a free state. People are going to be free to choose to make their own decisions about themselves, about their families, about their kids' education, and about putting food on the table. And Joe Biden suggests that if you don't do lockdown policies, then you should, quote, get out of the way. But let me tell you this. If you're coming after the rights of parents in Florida, I'm standing in your way. I'm not going to let you get away with it. If you're trying to deny kids a proper in-person education, I'm going to stand in your way, and I'm going to stand up for the kids in Florida. If you're trying to restrict people, impose mandates, if you're trying to ruin their jobs and their livelihoods and their small business, if you are trying to lock people down, I am standing in your way, and I'm standing for the people of Florida. So why don't you do your job? Why don't you get this border secure? And until you do that, I don't want to hear a blip about COVID from you. Thank you.
Absolutely right there. Absolutely. Joe Biden, why don't you do your job? You're a public servant. Nothing more. Public servant. And that's where these people have gotten. When you get to Joe Biden, you get to Harris, you get to Pelosi especially. She's one of the worst. You get to many people. You get to Cooper here. I mean, our own Governor Cooper. Tell you what. They forgot that they're public servants. Nothing more. They work for the American people. We don't work for them. We are in control of what goes on. Not them. Not these radicals. So I'll tell you what. Governor of Florida, we love you. I think you're doing a great job down there. Now, I'm going to say this because I've already heard people are going to say it right away. Texas is getting more COVID. It was in the news. Florida is getting more COVID spots. Some of these news sources are going to do that. They're going to push it on these two states because these two states are fighting back. That's what it's about. Yes, Texas is definitely getting more COVID, though. That's a fact. Why? Because Biden will not close the borders. They just said it. He's letting more COVID in here because he'd rather have the vote of these illegals, I've said this before, than worrying about worrying about you, I should say. This is absolutely crazy what's going on. And a lot of news sources are talking about it right now. Look, guys, anyway, keep in mind, just have a great day. Enjoy your life. That's all I'm going to say about that. And we're going to talk about something going on. I got to put my glasses on again because I have got to see what I'm going to go over here. Guess what? All right. United Patriot Day. Call to the assembly. Listen, all 50 states, apparently August 7th, starting at 1 o'clock in Raleigh. Now, vary state to state. Don't go here with all these states. I'm just talking about Raleigh right now. August 7th, 1 p.m., Raleigh, at the Capitol building. Guys, as soon as I said that word, everybody's going, oh my gosh, they're going to do it. No, nobody is going to do anything stupid at any Capitol building. Please don't. If you guys are involved in this, you're there just to talk. That's it. Do not get crazy out there. Okay, just keep that in mind. I will personally walk away from this whole event if that happens because I am not part of stupid people doing stupid stuff. We're out there just to talk about what's going on. We want to talk about it. Look, I want to go out there tomorrow. I want to be able to speak to people. I'm going out to talk to people. I want to get people's opinion. I'm going to take the camera out there. I'm going to try to see if I can get up on stage. I would love to get up on stage and talk to the people. They're trying to work that out. We'll see. Sounds like it's going to happen, but we'll see how that goes. So this is exciting. The news media is not putting this out, obvious reasons, because I guess some of them may be afraid of what could happen, which better not happen because of what happened in D.C. That better not happen. Totally better not happen. But we're going out there just to talk about what's going on with COVID and what's going on with the radical left and everything else. And I hear there's going to be some bad guys out there. Who are they? Oh, yeah, Antifa. They're going to be out there. I just got a bulletin on it 2 days ago to keep an eye out that they might be out there. So keep an eye on those guys and some of the Black Lives Matter movements, the bad ones out there. There's always a couple radicals in every group, as we know. Even some of the group, obviously. Oh, yes, we know. Some of the Trump group, there were a few in there, too. We know. We got it. So, anyway, if you guys want, definitely come out there. Find me. I'll be out there tomorrow. I'll be out there with a couple friends. I'm going to be out there talking to the police officers. Look, I'm going to be running for Senate. I've said it. I will be handing out business cards out there and flyers and things. So we're going to be talking about this the next day after all this, probably Sunday, and see. I'll let you guys know how things went. It's going to be raining maybe. I don't know. But you know what? Who cares about rain? It's just a shower outside. That's the way I'm going to look at it. So, look, I grew up on a farm. I was in mud and rivers. Cleaning these things called hyacinths out of the rivers to clear the river because they would get clogged up. And my dad would send me out there and start doing all this. So, I mean, you'd sit out there were snakes in this thing, spiders in those things. I would sit here in deep water, gators out there and everything else. I'm sitting here. That's what I grew up around. I wonder why my dad didn't get out there as much. He had a fear of snakes. I think he had a good life insurance policy on me, too, for some reason. I'm just joking, guys, about the life insurance policy, I think. Anyway, he would laugh over this. He had a very good sense of humor. Guys, definitely come out there. See me tomorrow. Go to my website, www.just-commonsense.com. Scroll to the bottom of it. Check out the YouTube, the podcast. Start sharing me, getting me around out there. Go to my email, as always. Guys, let's have fun. Let's have fun tomorrow. Let's not think about COVID as much. I know we're going to be talking about that tomorrow. We're going to be talking about a variety of things tomorrow out there. So please join us out there. Please share. Other capitals and other states are going to be doing this. Again, make it peaceful. Peaceful protest. I am saying peaceful to everybody out there, okay? So they don't say, oh, he said this. No, peaceful. Don't do anything stupid. It's just for everybody to go out there and have fun and talk, okay? That's really what it is. Yes, there'll be some protesting going on. I'm sure that's what some of this will be about, but not protesting. It's not going to be violence and everything else because I'll walk away from it. I don't believe in that. Look, remember, I love the people of this country. I love law enforcement. I love first responders. I love everybody, and I just don't want to see that stuff out there. But, guys, definitely go out there and check it out. I'll be out there. And as always, what do I say every night? Oh, and one last thing before I say that, because I'm going to say this real quick. Look, I spoke to a couple police officers. I mentioned this in my last podcast, in my last YouTube video. They are short, very short of police officers in Raleigh. I just spoke with the Cary police officer here in North Carolina. They hardly have anybody working there. It's absolutely ridiculous what's going on. People don't want to go back to work because Joe Biden is all this giving out money. That's what they're doing up there. Why am I not getting any of it? Because I don't want it. That's exactly what it is. I do not want any of this money. Get back to work. Do your job. That's what you should be doing. So very important to get these companies up and running because if they don't have the right staff, they're not going to stay in business either. If we do more shutdowns, they're not going to be able to stay in business. Do you think these companies are surviving right now? They're just barely surviving, some of them, because of the shortage of employees, part of it. It's absolutely ridiculous what's going on. And shut the border down. That's another thing. So we've talked about that many times. But anyway, guys, have a great night. I'll see you tomorrow. And always thank you for our law enforcement. Thank you for our first responders. Thank you for our military. Thank you for our farmers and truck drivers. And thank you for all of you who are out there working and not collecting that check. Love you guys. Love America. God bless America. God bless you. I will see you out there tomorrow and have a great, great, great night. Take care.